Welcome back to Reverse Jeopardy. I'm Don, your host. Our contestants today are Gail and Delaney. Currently, Gail has 1,400 points and Delaney has 1,200 points. Are you ready for the next set of questions?
Yes.
Okay. Let's begin with who was the 27th President of the United States?
William Howard Taft.
Correct. That's 300 points to Gail, totaling 1,700. Next question. What was Stephen Hawking's IQ?
160.
Correct again. That brings your total to 2,000 points. Delaney, you're still trailing with 1,200, but it's anyone's game. Next question. Identify and describe the two types of intelligence.
The two types of intelligence are fluid intelligence and crystallized intelligence. Fluid intelligence focuses on problem solving and analysis, whereas crystallized intelligence focuses on verbal expression and memory. Gerald Kay describes the general rule of thumb that as the more fluid intelligence you have, the likelier you are to have greater crystallized intelligence. And I know you didn't ask, but they were discovered in 1963 by psychologist Raymond Cattell.
Couldn't have said it better myself. Gail, you have 2,300 points, and Delaney, you're up to 1,500 points. It comes down to this. Our final question. It's worth a whopping 1,000 points. What are, and you must explain, the factors of intelligence?
So scientists don't know exactly what the factors of intelligence are just because there's so many, but what they do know is that age, sex, environment, portions of the brain, and genes play the greatest roles in determining human intelligence. So for age, it generally states that you don't really get smarter or dumber as you get older, unless there is a mental extreme, which these factors don't really play into that anyway, such as Alzheimer's. So if you're in the 80th percentile of intelligence at age 7, you're going to be in the 80th percentile of intelligence at age 70. As for sex, men are generally smarter than women, but I'll explain that in a second. For environment, if you grow up in an intelligent, affluent neighborhood, you're likely to be intelligent yourself because you're surrounded by people who are intelligent. The opposite is also true. But also, motivation and effort in school also play a great role in intelligence. As Wilson states, the greater motivation that you have in school, you'll put forth a lot more effort, but you'll also learn a lot more too. So it kind of goes hand in hand. Portions of the brain also have a great impact on intelligence. MRI scans have shown that the greater cortical thickness you have, whether it be from a temporal lobe, a frontal lobe, a parietal lobe, the greater intelligence you'll have. Generally, men have thicker cortices than women, therefore men typically are smarter. However, this isn't always true. There are always exceptions to the rules. And it doesn't necessarily mean that men are always smarter than women. It just means that men and women have the same features. Women will have to work a little bit harder to have the same intelligence. Genes play the biggest role in determining intelligence, though. But even the biggest genes play such a small role of intelligence. Zimmer says that some scientists think that only 6 genes have a true, real impact on determining intelligence. But scientists are currently trying to determine how to maximize gray matter while minimizing white matter in the brain because this will achieve optimal human intelligence. But like I said, this question's kind of hard to answer because scientists are still trying to figure out what really goes into intelligence.
That is correct. A very detailed answer, but also very correct. And that brings your total to 2,500 points. Congratulations, Delaney. You have won Reverse Jeopardy 2019. We'll see you back here next year for Reverse Jeopardy 2020. Good night, folks.